Let me ask you something. When you walk into the grocery store, do you feel confident or overwhelmed? Do you know what truly protects your heart? Or do you find yourself guessing, grabbing whatever says low fat, keto, or heart smart? Here's a truth that changed my patients' lives. Heart health starts at the grocery store, not at the pharmacy. Not in the doctor's office, not when it's already too late. And the good news? Today, I'm going to walk you through how to build a grocery list that actually fights disease, lowers blood pressure, balances cholesterol, and brings joy back to your meals. Let's shop like your heart depends on it, because it does. Hi, I'm Dr. Bill, and welcome to Bill's Golden Heart Recipes. This channel is about more than recipes. It's about taking back control of your health through what you eat and how you live. It's about clarity, not confusion. Science-backed wisdom, not trends. And real joy in food that heals. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to build a heart-healthy grocery list. One that's affordable, flexible, delicious, doctor-approved, and most importantly, sustainable. We'll talk about the exact foods I recommend to my heart patients. I'll share which aisles to spend more time in and which ones to walk right past. And by the end of this video, you'll have a list that doesn't just help you eat better, it helps you live longer, feel stronger, and shop smarter. Let's take this step together, one cart, one choice at a time. Why does a grocery list matter so much? Because what ends up in your cart ends up in your kitchen. And what ends up in your kitchen becomes the building blocks of your cells, your blood, your arteries, and your future. A smart list means you reduce impulsive buys that hurt your heart. You save time and money. You eat with more purpose. You set yourself up for success before you even heat the pan. And it's not about restriction or guilt. It's about empowerment. Because when you shop with intention, you're telling your heart, I've got you. I'm thinking ahead. I'm nourishing you on purpose. This list you're about to create, it's not just paper, it's a plan for prevention. It's a recipe for strength, and it's one of the most underrated tools in lifelong heart health. What a heart-healthy grocery list actually does inside your body, and why every bite begins long before the plate. Most people think heart disease happens suddenly, like a bolt of lightning out of nowhere. But here's the truth I've seen again and again in my patients, in the lab, and in the research. Heart disease builds silently, meal by meal, snack by snack, week by week. And where do those meals begin? At the store. Food is information, not just fuel. When you shop, you're not just buying calories. You're buying chemical messages that tell your body how to function. Some foods tell your arteries, inflame, constrict, clot. Others whisper, relax, open, protect. The difference shows up in your blood pressure, your cholesterol profile, your insulin sensitivity, your inflammation markers, even your heart's rhythm. Nutrient-dense foods feed your endothelium. The endothelium is the delicate lining of your blood vessels. It plays a huge role in whether your blood flows smoothly or clots dangerously. When you eat nutrient-dense foods, leafy greens, healthy fats, clean proteins, you nourish the endothelium. That means better nitric oxide production, which lowers blood pressure, less plaque formation, lower risk of stroke or heart attack, more efficient oxygen delivery to the entire body. Your grocery cart is either fueling that healing or chipping away at it. Sugar and salt, the invisible triggers. Processed foods are loaded with hidden sugars and excess sodium. You may not taste it, but your heart feels it. High sugar diets lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, and increased arterial stiffness. High sodium diets raise blood pressure, damage kidney filtration, and increase fluid retention, which overworks the heart. But when you shop smart, choosing whole, fresh foods over processed packages, You cut out these hidden saboteurs before they ever enter your kitchen. Fiber, the unsung hero. Soluble fiber, found in foods like oats, beans, berries, and flax seeds, binds to cholesterol in the gut and removes it from the body. That means lower LDL, bad cholesterol, more stable blood sugar, reduced inflammation, and even a healthier gut microbiome, which is increasingly tied to heart health. So when your grocery list includes fiber-rich staples, you're not just being good, you're literally sweeping out what doesn't belong. Healthy fats, a rewriting of the old story. Fat isn't the enemy, the type of fat matters most. Trans fats and highly processed seed oils fuel inflammation, but omega-3s from salmon, flax, walnuts, and monounsaturated fats from olive oil and avocado do the opposite. They help lower triglycerides, improve heart rhythm, reduce clotting, support brain function, and enhance nutrient absorption. When you stock your pantry with the right fats, your entire cardiovascular system responds with calm, strength, and resilience. A cart full of color equals arteries full of life. Deep reds, bright oranges, leafy greens, vibrant purples. These pigments aren't just pretty, they're full of antioxidants and polyphenols that combat oxidative stress, strengthen blood vessel walls, support immune function, and help prevent the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, a key trigger for plaque buildup. If your grocery cart looks like a rainbow, you're not just eating for the now, you're building long-term protection at the cellular level. In summary, smart grocery choices literally rewire your risk. When you fill your home with foods that stabilize blood sugar, balance fats, reduce sodium, increase fiber, calm inflammation, and deliver deep nutrients, you're no longer waiting to react to a crisis. You're rewriting the outcome. You're creating a lifestyle that lowers your risk of heart attack, stroke, atrial fibrillation, hypertension, diabetes, and cognitive decline, all without fear, without pills, in many cases, and without giving up the joy of food. Let's build your heart-healthy grocery list together, aisle by aisle. What we're about to do is simple, but powerful. Because with the right foods in your cart, you don't have to fight your body anymore. You're feeding it what it's been waiting for. Let's make this real, doable, and, of course, delicious. Produce aisle, the foundation of a heart-healthy kitchen. This is where your heart smiles. Aim to fill at least half your cart with produce. Colorful, fresh, and full of fiber, antioxidants, and potassium, the nutrients your cardiovascular system thrives on. Must-haves: leafy greens, spinach, kale, arugula, Swiss chard, cruciferous veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, color-rich fruits, blueberries, strawberries, oranges, apples, grapes, root veggies, carrots, beets, sweet potatoes, avocados, healthy fats plus potassium. Tip: buy in season to save money or grab frozen, still packed with nutrients and easy to store. Whole grains, the carbs your heart loves. Whole grains help lower cholesterol, regulate blood sugar, and keep you full without the crash. Smart picks: old-fashioned oats, quinoa, brown or wild rice, barley, 100% whole grain bread or sprouted grain bread. Look for whole as the first ingredient. Whole grain pasta. Label tip: look for at least 3 to 5 grams of fiber per serving, and watch out for added sugars in breads and cereals. Protein section: clean, lean, and heart supportive. Your heart doesn't need a high-protein diet. It needs smart protein, rich in nutrients, low in inflammation. Fish, especially fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, tuna in water or olive oil, trout. Plant-based proteins, lentils, chickpeas, black beans, tofu or tempeh, edamame, poultry and eggs, skinless chicken or turkey, pasture-raised eggs or egg whites. Pro tip, limit red meat. If you eat it, choose lean cuts and treat it like a side, not the centerpiece. Healthy fats, anti-inflammatory and flavorful. Don't fear fat, just choose it wisely. Essential oils and fats, extra virgin olive oil, avocados, nuts, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, seeds, chia, flax, hemp, natural nut butters. Look for just nuts plus salt on the label. These support heart rhythm, reduce inflammation, and keep cholesterol in balance. Dairy and dairy alternatives. Watch the salt and sugar. Choose options that are low in saturated fat and added sugars. Better for heart options. Greek yogurt, plain, low fat. Unsweetened plant-based milks. Almond, soy, oat. Part-skimmed cheeses in moderation. Kefir, good for gut health too. Avoid flavored yogurts, sweetened milks, or heavily processed cheese products. Pantry staples, your everyday heart tools. This is your go-to shelf when time is tight. Keep it stocked with low-sodium canned beans, no salt-added canned tomatoes, low-sodium vegetable broth, spices, turmeric, garlic powder, smoked paprika, cinnamon, vinegars, balsamic, apple cider, dark chocolate, 70% plus cacao. Important, always compare labels. Sodium and sugar hide where you least expect. Freezer section, nutrition with a longer shelf life. Stocking your freezer right helps you stay on track without needing to cook everything fresh. Great options, frozen berries, frozen spinach, broccoli, mixed vegetables, frozen wild-caught fish, whole grain waffles or sprouted grain bread, smoothie packs, check ingredients. Avoid frozen meals high in sodium, sugar, and saturated fat. What to limit or avoid when possible. This is just as important as what to include. Watch out for sugary drinks, soda, energy drinks, even some juices. Processed meats, bacon, sausage, hot dogs, deli slices. Trans fats, check for partially hydrogenated oils on labels. Packaged snacks with long ingredient lists. Fried foods, white breads, and pastries. These foods don't just add calories, they add risk. Budget-friendly tips for heart-healthy shopping. Buy store brands, same nutrients, better price. Shop the perimeter, that's where most whole foods live. Plan meals before you go, prevents impulse buys. Use a list, like this one. Buy frozen or canned, low sodium. Still nutritious, longer shelf life. Cook once, eat twice. Batch meals to reduce waste and save time. Sample grocery list, starter pack. Here's what a basic week of heart-healthy shopping might look like. Produce, spinach, berries, carrots, broccoli, avocado. Grains, oats, brown rice, 100% whole wheat bread. Proteins, salmon, black beans, eggs, tofu. Fats, olive oil, walnuts, flax seeds. Dairy, plain Greek yogurt, unsweetened almond milk. Pantry, low-sodium beans, canned tomatoes, herbs, spices. Freezer, mixed vegetables, wild fish, smoothie fruits. Because the wrong label, aisle, or mindset can turn a well-intentioned trip into a setback unless you know what to look for. Even with the best of intentions, many people unknowingly sabotage their heart health efforts at the grocery store. Why? Because the modern food system is confusing on purpose. Marketing plays on fear. Label, twist the truth. Inconvenience often wins over clarity. Let's clear that up so your audience can shop smart, shop empowered, and shop with purpose. Mistake number 1, falling for front-of-package marketing. Heart healthy, low fat, cholesterol-free, whole grain. These labels are not regulated with strict standards. Many ultra-processed foods slap these phrases on the front, while hiding added sugars, excess sodium, or refined oils in the ingredients list. What to do instead? Flip the box over. Read the ingredients list first, then check the nutrition label. Look for short ingredient lists, whole food sources, oats, beans, seeds, etc., sodium under 140 milligrams per serving, at least 3 grams of fiber in grains, no hydrogenated oils or high fructose corn syrup. Mistake number 2, believing plant-based equals heart-healthy by default. Not all vegan or plant-based foods are healthy. In fact, many meat substitutes, dairy-free snacks, and frozen wellness meals are highly processed, high in sodium, loaded with seed oils and starch fillers, lacking in fiber or real nutrients. A heart-healthy cart isn't just about being meatless, it's about being mindful. Instead, prioritize whole plant foods, lentils, beans, veggies, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. When buying plant-based packaged items, read labels as carefully as you would for processed meats. Mistake number 3, fearing all fats. Many people still avoid avocados, nuts, seeds, or olive oil, afraid they're too high in fat. But the fats in these foods help lower LDL, bad cholesterol, raise HDL, good cholesterol, reduce triglycerides, calm inflammation, help absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K. The real danger isn't eating fat, it's eating the wrong kinds and eating without balance. The fix: welcome whole food fats into your list and watch portion sizes if needed. A handful of walnuts or a drizzle of olive oil supports your heart, not harms it. Mistake number 4, confusing natural with healthy. Natural is not a regulated term. A granola bar labeled natural can still have more sugar than a candy bar, processed seed oils, refined grains. Same goes for organic chips, clean cookies, or keto cereal. Just because it uses trendy language doesn't mean it's good for your arteries. Trust the ingredients, not the buzzwords. Mistake number 5, shopping without a list or a plan. Without a clear intention, it's easy to fall back on habit, and habits are shaped by marketing, not medicine. Impulse buys sneak into the cart. You forget key staples. You overbuy or underbuy, leading to waste, frustration, or unhealthy default meals. Solution: use a simple list. Make a weekly meal plan, even a loose one. Stock your staples and rotate variety from week to week. Preparedness protects your progress. Mistake number 6, over-relying on diet or light versions. Many low-fat or sugar-free versions of foods are full of artificial sweeteners, fillers, salt, processed carbs. These can confuse hunger signals, disrupt gut health, and spike inflammation, not exactly heart-friendly outcomes. Better strategy: eat real food. If you want yogurt, go for plain and add fruit. If you want sweetness, use whole fruit or a drizzle of honey, not chemicals your body doesn't recognize. Mistake number 7, forgetting that stress shopping leads to stress eating. When we shop hungry, rushed, or emotional, we tend to grab what feels comforting in the moment. And often that means packaged snacks, salty chips, sugary desserts, high-calorie convenience food. Protect yourself. Eat before you shop. Bring a list. Bring awareness. Because the grocery store isn't just a place to buy food. It's where you shape your week, your health, and your habits. Final reminder: progress into perfection. The biggest mistake? Thinking you have to do it all, perfectly, right now. Heart-healthy shopping is a skill. It takes practice. You'll make missteps. You'll learn. You'll evolve. What matters most is consistency over intensity. Keep choosing better. Keep showing up. And don't let one bad cart define your journey. Because every powerful transformation starts with a single, intentional choice. Let's take a breath together. You've made it through the science. You've walked the aisles with me. You've seen how your grocery list can do more than fill a fridge. It can build a stronger heart, a clearer mind, and a longer life. But now I want to talk to you not just as a doctor, not as a content creator, but as someone who's stood in that grocery aisle, tired, busy, and unsure what to grab. Because I know what it's like to feel overwhelmed, to feel like healthy living is too expensive, too complicated, or too hard to maintain. And I also know from decades of working with patients that it's not about perfection. It's about small, intentional choices that add up. One cart, one meal, one better decision at a time. So here's your invitation. Let your next grocery trip be your turning point. Let it be the moment you stop feeding fear and start feeding hope. Let it be a declaration. I care about my future, and I'm shopping like it. Because when you build a heart-healthy kitchen, you don't just change your meals. You change your mornings. You change your energy. You change your life, and maybe even the lives of those around you. Here's what you can do next. Download the free Heart Healthy Grocery List linked in the description. Try it out this week, even just 3 swaps from your usual list. Share in the comments. What surprised you most in this video? What change are you committing to? Subscribe to Bill's Golden Heart Recipes if you haven't. This is where heart science meets real food and real change. Like this video if it helped you, so it reaches more hearts in need. Send this to someone you care about, because shopping smart is a gift we give ourselves and the people we love. And finally, remember this. You don't need the perfect body. You don't need fancy ingredients. You don't need anyone's permission. You just need to care enough to begin. And if you're here watching this, you already have. From my heart to yours, I'm proud of you. Stay golden. Stay grounded, and I'll see you in the next video. Dr. Bill. Looking for delicious, heart-healthy meals? Don't miss out. Sign up for Bill's Golden Heart Recipes today and get the gift you want. A free ebook filled with carefully selected heart-healthy recipes that are easy to make in your own kitchen. Each recipe is a step toward caring for your heart and the hearts of your loved ones. Hit the subscribe button now, because true health begins at home, right in your kitchen.